Now, first of all, why do we have this concept of JLP? See, whenever a partner expires, his capital is to be given back to his executor. So if a partner expires, I have to give his money back to his executor, to his capital, his share of goodwill. I have to give it to executor. Imagine suddenly such a huge money. So he was a 1/3 partner. I have to give that 1/3 capital, his share of goodwill. Do you think we'll have that much cash in our business? Capital tha, but cash was invested. Machine we bought, etc. I don't have that much cash. So if partner expires, a huge sum of money is payable to his executor. Suddenly to get such a huge sum of money becomes difficult. We might have to sell some fixed asset. That is pretty difficult. And that's why firm takes a insurance policy. I repeat, firm takes. Who takes? Firm takes a insurance policy on the life of partners. The firm is taking insurance policy on the life of partner. If partner gets expired, firm will get the insurance ka money. If the partner gets expired, firm will get insurance money. With that money, firm can pay the legal executor. Okay, so whenever partner expires, a huge sum of money, the capital, goodwill, that all is payable to the legal executor of the deceased partner. To bring that much cash becomes difficult for the firm. Suddenly to nahi aayega. And that's why, to avoid such a situation, firm takes a insurance policy on the life of partners. Whenever partner will expire, firm will get the money from insurance company. That money, they can use it to give it to legal executor. That money, they can use it to give it to legal executor. Okay, now, the policy which a firm takes, the firm is taking policy on the life of partner. That can be individual life policy, separately for each partner. Partner A ka separate policy, B ka separate policy, C separate policy. Individually. This is followed when I need a different sum assured. A ka policy I want for 50 lakhs. B's capital is less. So B's policy I need for 20 lakhs. C ka policy also 20 lakhs. So A I need 50 lakh, B I need 20 lakh, C I need 20 or 10. If I need different amounts, I take a separate policy for each one of them. Or I can take a joint life policy. It's one policy covering all partners. It's one policy covering all partners, but this is followed when sum assured is to be kept same for everyone. Either you take separate policies for partner, or you take a joint policy covering all partners. It will remain same. Effect is kind of same. Now, important, who took the policy on the life of partner? Who took the policy? Sir, firm. Okay, who will pay the premium? Firm. Who will receive the money if partner expires? Who will receive the money if partner expires? Firm. That is the money of firm. It doesn't belong to partner. No. Don't think that it belongs to the partner who expired. No. Firm took the policy. Firm paid the premium. Firm will get the money. How to use that money? That's on firm. Firm will get the money. Firm can use that money to pay the legal executor. It doesn't mean that money belongs to legal executor. No. Money belongs to firm. Firm received the insurance policy. Firm took a policy, firm paid the premium, firm will receive the money. Now firm can use it to pay the legal executor. Policy was of 10 lakh. Payment to liquidator, the payment to legal executor might be 6 lakh also. So I'll receive 10, I'll pay only 6 to him. Policy was of 10, payment to legal executor might be 12 lakh also. So don't think that it is money belonging to legal executor. It is money of the firm. Firm took policy, firm paid the premium. Firm will receive the insurance ka money. Then they can use it to pay the legal executor. Now, in India, most of your insurance policy, I'm not telling all. There are some insurance policy where you don't have surrender value. Example, term plan. Example is term plan. Term plan mein you pay insurance ka premium. If you expire, your legal executors will get something. Otherwise, forget it. If policy is of 40 years, at the age of 25, I took a policy. at the age of 25, I took a term plan of say 2 crores and it is for 40 years. So from 25, next 40 years, till 65. Anything happens to me, my family will get 2 crore rupees. Nothing happens, whatever premium paid is gone. That's term plan. And term plan mein lowest premium will be there. You have a lowest premium because if nothing happens, they don't have to pay. So that is term plan. There are other policies, money back policy, wherein you pay premium. If something happens to you, legal executor gets it. If nothing happens to you, you will get your money back with bonuses. They will get your money back with bonuses, but they will charge a higher premium. Don't think that they are doing something good. No. They will definitely charge a higher premium. Always better is to take a term plan. Anytime it's always better just to take a term plan. Extra money you should invest in mutual funds. Mutual funds sahi hai. Okay, the extra money you should invest in mutual fund. Never ever take any other life policy. Simplest in your life. You take a term plan, 1 crore, 2 crore, whatever you want. You take a term plan. Remaining money you invest it in mutual fund. Okay, so in India, most of the policy, except term plan, all the policies have a surrender value. Now tell me, firm is dissolved. Does firm need a policy now? Firm is dissolved. Do they need a policy on partner? No. The policy will be surrendered. And if they surrender, they'll get something back. They don't get full premium back, what they have paid. They'll get something back known as surrender value. Okay, so if partner expires, we get the sum assured policy amount. But if nobody expired, partnership was for 5 years over, we are shutting down. So policy which we had taken will be surrendered. We receive surrender value. Now who will receive surrender value? Sir, firm. Firm took the policy, firm paid the premium, firm will receive the surrender value. Okay, now just tell me one thing. Can I say that if firm takes a policy on the life of partner, firm is sure to get the surrender value. If partner expires, they'll get policy amount. But short, they will get surrender value. And I tell you, as and when you pay premium, every year you pay premium, surrender value also increases. First year I paid premium 20,000, surrender value might be 3,000. Again I pay 20, surrender value might become 8,000. Again I pay 20, surrender value might become 15,000. As and when you pay premium, surrender value increases. Now, the firm is sure to receive surrender value. That's why firm can show the life policies taken on partner, individual or JLP, accounting is same. Individual life policy or JLP accounting is same. They can show this life policy as an asset in their books. They can show life policy as an asset in the books at surrender value, because pakka they'll get the surrender value. If nothing happens to partner, we just surrender the policy, still I'll get a surrender value. So they can show policies taken in the life of partner as an asset in the books. Okay, so JLP or this individual life policy, who takes it? Firm takes it. Who pays the premium? Firm pays the premium. If anything happens to partner, who will receive money? Firm will receive money. If nothing happens and we surrender the policy, who will receive money? Firm will receive money. Okay, so whenever partner is expiring, a huge sum of money is payable to legal executors. Suddenly to get a huge sum of money from business becomes difficult. And that's why what do we do? We take a insurance policy on the life of partners. Now, firm has taken the policy, firm will pay the premium. If anything happens to partner, firm will receive the money. With that money, firm can pay the legal executors. Policy can be individual or a joint life policy. Individual means separate for everyone. Joint means covering all partners together. Okay. Now in India, most of your life policy has a special feature named as surrender value. This is the value which we get when we surrender the policy. Upon dissolution of firm, the policy will be surrendered. Firm will receive the surrender value. Okay, let us see what is written till now. Then we go to accounting. Okay, this is the same thing which I said. When partner expires, we need to pay back his capital and other things to his legal executor. Suddenly, to get such huge amount of cash from business becomes difficult for partnership firm. To overcome such situation, firms take insurance policy on the life of partners. Now, who is taking? Just see. Who is taking? Firms take insurance policy on the life of partners. Who is taking the policy? Firm. Now, such policy can be individual life policy, separate policy for each partner. This is taken when sum assured is to be kept different for each partner. Joint life policy, combined policy covering all the partners together. This is taken when sum assured is common for all partners. Now, most important, we must note that firm takes the policy, premium is paid by the firm, and so the policy amount will be received by the firm. Firm paid premium, so whatever policy amount is there, if partner expires, firm will receive it. Now, firm can use such policy amount to pay the legal executor. It doesn't mean the money belongs to him. Money belongs to firm. Her firm had to pay legal executor, it can use it. Okay, most of the life policies in India have a special feature named as surrender value. Surrender value is the value which firm will receive upon surrendering the policy. Okay, when the partner retires, actually there should be a comma. The old JLP will be surrendered. New JLP will be taken for remaining partners. Okay, if a partner retires, old JLP, we had 3 partners ABC. Okay, A retires. So now only BC are there. The old policy will be surrendered. New policy will be taken in the name of B and C. A retires, no? So now new policy will be taken. The old policy you surrender, you'll get surrender value. Okay, so upon death of partner, we get the sum assured, policy amount. Upon retirement of partner, we will get surrender value. Okay, as surrender value is sure to be received, firms can show JLP as an asset in balance sheet at its surrender value. It is sure to be received. Firm can show JLP as an asset in balance sheet at which value? Surrender value. Okay, this is concept of JLP. Now going to accounting for JLP. This was concept of JLP. Now going to accounting for JLP. I take an example. It's a very simple example. Premium paid is 1 lakh. I paid a premium 1 lakh. Surrender value at the end is 30,000. Okay, I paid a premium 1 lakh. Surrender value is 30,000. There are 3 methods. For accounting for JLP. How many methods are there? 3. Method 1. Premium paid is treated as an expense. Whatever premium I pay, 1 lakh I paid now. 1 lakh I paid, it's treated as an expense and will be transferred to P&L account at year end. So what is the journal entry? See, there are 3 methods. Firm can follow any of the method. There are 3 methods. Firm can follow any of the method. Practically followed is either method 1 or 2. It's nothing like, sir, which method is better. Any method they can follow. Okay, so first method, premium paid is treated as an expense and it's transferred to P&L at the end of the year. How much premium you paid? Sir, 1 lakh. Entry. Premium is an expense. Expense gets debited. So JLP premium account debit 1 lakh. To bank account 1 lakh. I paid a premium 1 lakh. Premium is paid. Year end, the premium goes to P&L full 1 lakh. So I paid a premium 1 lakh. Premium goes to P&L. P&L to JLP premium. Now if I ask you, JLP will appear as an asset in your books under this method? Just think, I paid premium 1 lakh, I transferred to PNL. How much will appear as an asset? I paid premium 1 lakh, I transferred 1 lakh full to PNL. How much will appear as an asset in your balance sheet? Sir, nil. Correct. Why nil? Here you paid 1 lakh, full 1 lakh you are transferring to PNL. Nothing will appear in balance sheet. So under this method, JLP does not appear in balance sheet. You paid 1 lakh, full 1 lakh went to PNL. This is method 1. If I don't see a JLP in balance sheet, this is method number 1. Now going to method 2. Premium paid is debited to JLP account. Okay, this is your method 2. Premium paid is debited to which account? JLP account. And the balance of JLP account is adjusted every year. Balance of JLP account is adjusted every year to bring it to its surrender value. The balance of JLP account is adjusted every year to bring it to its surrender value. Okay, it is adjusted every year to bring it to its surrender value. Now, over there when I pay premium, JLP premium to bank and premium went to PNL. Here, premium paid is debited to JLP account. How much premium you paid? 1 lakh. Sir, JLP account debit 1 lakh. To bank account is 1 lakh. JLP account is 1 lakh. To bank 1 lakh. Fine. Now, JLP account is debited 1 lakh. We need to adjust it to bring it to its surrender value. JLP debited 1 lakh. Okay, what is the surrender value? What is the surrender value at the end of first year? Sir, 30. Okay, we have a JLP account debited 1 lakh. I can't show 1 lakh as an asset. Surrender value is 30. I'll keep 30, remaining 70. Remaining 70 will be transferred to PNL. It is JLP to bank and PNL to JLP. It's JLP to bank, PNL to JLP. So I will transfer not full 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh, 30 is surrender value. We keep that much. Remaining JLP transferred to PNL. Out of 1 lakh, surrender value 30, keep 30, remaining 70 went to PNL. Okay, if I ask you, how much JLP will appear as an asset in balance sheet under your method 2? Under method 2, JLP will appear as an asset at what amount? JLP will appear as an asset at what amount? Sir, out of 1 lakh, we transferred 70 to PNL, 30 will remain. So JLP will appear as an asset in balance sheet at surrender value. For our example, that is rupees 30,000. For our example, if I want to write, that is rupees 30,000. Next, third method. The first method, JLP does not appear in your balance sheet. Second method, JLP will appear in your balance sheet as an asset at surrender value. Now third method, method 3. Headings are most important. Understand headings, things will be clear. Premium paid is debited to JLP account. Amount equal to premium is appropriated and transferred to JLP reserve. Okay, so premium paid is debited to JLP. Amount equal to premium is transferred from PNL to JLP reserve. And the balance of JLP account is adjusted every year to bring it to its surrender value. Okay, 3 things. Premium paid debited to JLP. Amount equal to premium, we transfer from PNL to JLP reserve, and JLP account should be adjusted and brought to its surrender value. Okay, let's start. First, we pay the premium JLP account debit to bank 1 lakh. We pay the premium JLP account debit to bank is 1 lakh. We pay premium. Premium paid is debited to JLP. Now amount equal to premium. Amount equal to premium is appropriated and transferred to JLP reserve. From PNL, we transfer to JLP reserve. From PNL, we transfer to JLP reserve. Sir, how much? Amount equal to premium. What's your premium? Amount equal to premium. What is your premium? Sir, 1 lakh. So 1 lakh is transferred from PNL to JLP reserve. From PNL to JLP reserve. Now, the one premium paid debited to JLP, JLP to bank. Amount equal to premium we transfer from PNL to JLP reserve. Done. Now, bring JLP to its surrender value. Bring the JLP to its surrender value. You have a JLP 1 lakh. You have a JLP 1 lakh, uska surrender value 30. You have a JLP 1 lakh, uska surrender value 30, 70,000. 70,000. Sir, where should I take? PNL? No. You already have a separate reserve for it. We have already transferred from PNL to JLP reserve. So now, out of JLP 1 lakh, you want 30, 70 your asset should go down. Don't take it in PNL, adjust against the JLP reserve. I already have a JLP reserve, I'll adjust against JLP reserve, not PNL. PNL already we have debited 1 lakh. So now entry is JLP reserve account debit to JLP account. JLP reserve account debit to JLP. This is to bring it to its surrender value. I have to bring JLP account to its surrender value. 1 lakh was debited. Surrender value is 30. I have to remove 70. Don't debit PNL. You have a specific reserve, JLP reserve. Debit JLP reserve. Now just see. If I ask you, JLP account will appear as an asset in your balance sheet at what amount? JLP account will appear as an asset at what amount? We debited 1 lakh. We brought it to its surrender value. So 70 was removed. So now it will appear at which value? Surrender value. Fine. The JLP account will appear as an asset in your balance sheet at surrender value. But now just see, you have a JLP reserve credited 1 lakh, debited 70. You have a JLP reserve credited 1 lakh, debited 70. So you will also have JLP reserve account on your liability side under reserves and surplus. On your liability side under reserves and surplus with the same 30,000. Okay, so in your method 1, JLP does not come in your balance sheet. In your method 2, JLP account appears as an asset in your balance sheet at surrender value. It appears in your balance sheet at surrender value. Third method, JLP account will appear as an asset in surrender value together with JLP reserve on your liability side under reserves and surplus with the same value. Now sir, why? I tell you simple. I paid premium 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh, 30 I show as an asset. I paid premium 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh, 30 I show as an asset. So my expense is 70. I paid premium 1 lakh. 30 I show as an asset. So expense is 70. Okay, expense is 70. How much did you debited PNL? Expense is 70. How much did you debit PNL? 1 lakh. That's why remaining 30 appears as your reserves. Your expense is not 1 lakh, 70. But you have debited PNL 1 lakh. That's why extra 30 will appear as a reserve. So under this method, JLP account will appear as an asset in balance sheet at surrender value together with JLP reserve account on liability side under reserves and surplus with the same value. Under reserves and surplus with the same value. But sometimes I may not have a profit to transfer it to JLP reserve. Transferring to reserve is an appropriation. I may not have a profit to transfer to JLP reserve. If I am not able to transfer to JLP reserve, in that case, the balance of JLP account, JLP reserve will be different. Otherwise JLP 30 on asset side, opposite we have JLP reserve also 30. Sometimes you don't have profit to do appropriation. It is possible balance of JLP reserve does not match. Okay, so 3 methods for accounting for JLP. It's same for individual life policy also. First method, whatever premium you pay 1 lakh is treated as an expense. Full 1 lakh goes to P&L. It doesn't appear as an asset in your book. Second method, you pay premium 1 lakh but you will show JLP at surrender value. So out of 1 lakh, 30 is shown as an asset, 70 went to P&L. So in your second method, JLP account will appear as an asset at 30,000, surrender value. Third method, premium paid is debited to JLP. Amount equal to premium is appropriated and transferred to JLP reserve. And the balance of JLP account is adjusted to bring it to its surrender value. Okay, so first, I repeat, first we are having premium paid is debited to JLP, the JLP to bank. Amount equal to premium 1 lakh is appropriated, transferred from P&L to JLP reserve. And now bring JLP to surrender value. We debited 1 lakh, surrender value is 30. Remove 70. Where should I debit? Should I debit P&L? No. We have a specific reserve. To debit JLP reserve to JLP. Under this method, JLP account will appear as an asset at surrender value 30 together with JLP reserve account under liability side, under your reserves and surplus with same value. Sometimes you don't have a profit to do appropriation. In that case, JLP and JLP reserve might have a different balance. Okay, this is what you had learnt in foundation also. This is what you had learned in CA Foundation. Now comes your intermediate. What to do for JLP at the time of dissolution? What to do for JLP at the time of dissolution? Okay, so now just pay attention. Method 1, JLP does not appear in your balance sheet. Method 2, JLP appears in your balance sheet on asset side at surrender value. Method 3, JLP will appear in your balance sheet on asset side at surrender value together with JLP reserve on your liability side under reserves and surplus, generally with same value. Now what to do for JLP when I dissolve the firm? Yeah, simple. Like any other asset, JLP will be transferred to realization account at book value. So like any other asset, upon dissolution, like any other asset, the balance of JLP account is transferred to realization account at book value. First method, books में है ही नहीं, transferred, zero value, समझ लो. Second and third method, it will be there at surrender value, transfer it to realization at book value. Now, firm is dissolved. Do you need JLP? Firm is dissolved. Do you need JLP? No. So what do? Sir, we surrender. As the firm is dissolved, we will surrender the JLP and amount received will be credited to realization. So whatever is book value of JLP, transfer it to realization. So realization account is debited to JLP. So like any other asset, transfer it to realization at book value. Opposite, whatever you get will be credited. When I receive, it's bang to realization. Sir, what do I do with JLP reserve? Okay, if it was a method 3, I have a JLP on asset side, you say you transfer it to realization. I also have a JLP reserve. If you are following method 3, JLP reserve account is closed and transferred to JLP account. JLP reserve account is closed and transferred to JLP account, and then JLP account is closed and transferred to realization. Okay, so if you are following third method, तो JLP reserve account will be closed and transferred to JLP account, and then the JLP account will be closed and transferred to realization. So if JLP reserve is on liability side, method 3, the balance of JLP account net of JLP reserve. The balance of JLP account net of JLP reserve. The first JLP reserve is transferred to JLP. JLP reserve is transferred to JLP, and then the balance of JLP is transferred to realization. हो गया? Okay, so sir, what do I do with JLP? I tell you, it's pretty simple. Method 1, we don't have anything in balance sheet. ठीक है? So we have to transfer it to realization. Book value 0. Whatever I get will come on opposite side. So 0 hai, whatever I get, it's bang to realization. Over. Method 2, it's there in my books. Yes, as an asset. Transfer it to realization at book value. Opposite, whatever I get will come. Ho gaya. First method, book value 0. Whatever I get is credited, it becomes a profit. Second method, it's there in my book at surrender value. Whatever I get will come on opposite side. Sir, I'll get also surrender value. Fine. So transfer it to realization, you get something on opposite side. If dissolution is due to death of partner, you will receive the sum assured. So book mein surrender value, transfer to realization, opposite you are getting not same amount. You may get policy amount. Okay, sir, if I have a JLP and JLP reserve closed and transferred to JLP, then your JLP goes to realization. So JLP goes to realization net of JLP reserve. Whatever you realize comes on opposite side. Okay, the simple words, don't fear JLP. It's pretty simple. For intermediate, it's actually much simpler. JLP is not there in books, fine. Whatever you realize comes on opposite side of realization. Book value 0, we are getting something. It's there in books, transfer to realization like any other asset. Whatever you get comes on opposite side. So if there's a JLP reserve, transfer to realization net of JLP reserve. The JLP reserve went to JLP, and then JLP is transferred to realization. Opposite, whatever you get will come. This was related to JLP. Hope you're clear.